The Parsons Perspective. Hosted by Legends of Saltwater Fishing, Captain Lee Parsons. Sponsored by Icon Coolers, the cool alternative.
All right, dead baits, live baits, artificial baits, inshore, and this is just my opinion on this. In the springtime, if I can get live bait, I'm going to start with live bait. And I'm going to run live bait until I can't run it anymore. And I'm going to tell y'all a secret. One of the secrets to my success, anyway, is there's a time in September when the drum especially go off of the mullets. And mullets and menhaden are my two biggies for live bait all summer long. But they go off the mullets and the menhaden and they go to shrimp. And I get chuckled with other guides because they're like, "How'd you do?" And I'm like, "Well, did all right today." And we've actually killed them on live shrimp. And I can have September, I can have a lot of 15 to 25, 30 fish days without even thinking about it because I'm fishing live shrimp. Now, early September, the pinfish are horrible. But then as September goes on, the pinfish get less horrible and it's more easy to fish with live shrimp. And I fish a lot of live bait under popping cords. As it gets colder, I tend to get away from live bait. Number one, it's hard to get. Number two, it moves a lot. Fish, when it gets cold, they don't want to have to work real hard for food. They just kind of mill around. And if you've got a piece of cut mullet on a jig head or a piece of shrimp on a jig head, and I use a whole shrimp with the head off, and I just slide it down the jig head and just throw it out there and let it sit. Do everything in the world not to move it. And the key to all that is not to move it. All winter long, that works really, really well for your drum and your trout. Your sheep's head, your black drum especially. Black drum just love a dead shrimp sitting on the bottom. They love it more than you can shake a stick at. But those are things I do to really help me with numbers when I'm trying to get numbers. And I try and get numbers every day with clients. And that's basically what I do. Hard baits, when it gets colder, I throw a lot more hard baits. And as I've said before, they will hit it when it's not moving. You twitch it, you work it good, and you let it sit. And then you twitch it, and you work it good, and you let it sit. And they will hit it when it's not moving. If it's moving, more than likely, they're not going to hit it. If something hits it while it's moving, it's probably going to be a bluefish. When it comes to a soft bait, such as grubs and things like that, they tend to hit it when it's falling. You pop it up real fast and it falls real slow. And it's that slow fall that triggers the strike. The drum will hit it, the flounder will hit it, and so will the speckled trout. But they hit it when it's falling, not when you're moving it, because you're moving it really fast to get their attention, and then they see it slow down and go real slow. So those are the 4 keys to really making your baits work. Now, summertime, top water baits, red drum will hit a top water bait early in the morning, middle of the day, late in the afternoon. They don't care. In the summertime, if it comes over their head, it triggers them to eat it. So, you know, that's a whole different thing with top water. But basically with hard baits, soft baits, live baits, and dead baits, that's my rules of thumb that I just gave you as to what I do and how I do it. So